All right, so here is a quick video reminding you how to make system schema. We're going to do this in class, but in case you missed it or you'd like to go back and refer to it. All right, so basically what we're doing is we're trying to just kind of take what we've been doing with the system, and we want to think about the scenario that we're talking about, and then whether objects are in or out of the system, okay? And remember, you can define it pretty much any way you want to. Okay, it doesn't really make a difference how you define it. It's just going to depend how we use that to analyze the situation later. Okay, all right, so for the rolling can across the floor, okay, so I'm going to pretend that I rolled my can across the floor. Okay, so I'm going to put those in there. And then I'm going to draw, oh, I should use my iPad. Okay, I'm going to draw, right, an arrow between these two because these two things are having an interaction, mainly because they're touching, right? Anything that's touching is going to have some kind of an interaction. Okay. What other things I might have? So maybe I want to think about the person as being a part of this system, or the hand. Okay, maybe I wanted to do that. All right, and then the person and the can would also be interacting because, again, I'm touching the can. Okay. All right, you can put the earth in or out of the system. I usually like to put it in the system because it's usually important. All right, and everybody interacts with the earth. All right, everybody's going to have an interaction with the earth because the earth has its gravitational field and we all feel that. Okay, so the can's going to get one. I guess the floor is going to get one. That's kind of silly. And then the person's going to get one. Okay, so everybody's interacting with the earth. Okay, and then there's a couple of other things that I didn't really feel were that important, like my can, maybe it rolled into a door. I could have put that in, but it didn't happen. My table, my wall. Okay, so I guess my table, right, is on the floor. So my table maybe interacted also with the floor. Okay, but, you know, it's not that important to what's happening to the can, but the table interacts with the floor. The door, it's not really interacting with anybody. The wall is not really interacting with anybody, okay? Although I guess you could say everybody's interacting with the earth. Okay, so that's interacting with the earth. It's not that bad drawing with the mouse. Okay, and then the door is interacting with the earth. All right, so we're just trying to start to think about things that are interacting, all right? How do objects within the system interact? So I might say something like, let's see, can I type in this box? Type in this box. Okay. The can and floor are touching. Okay. The person pushes the can. Okay. And then the earth interacts with everything. Okay, and the person on the floor, I guess the person on the floor might sort of interact too if you want to say the person standing on the floor. You know, so I guess we could say that too. I guess probably let's go back and add that because I suppose I'm standing on the floor. I'm touching the floor in some way. Okay. All right. So the person on the floor touching the person pushes the can. And I can't figure out how to get back in the text box. And then person stands on floor. Okay. All right, how do systems, objects interact with the surroundings? Okay, basically they don't really too much. All right, so I might just say that the table rests on the floor. Okay, everything interacts with the earth. Okay, so we're really looking for things that touch. Oh, I cannot spell. We're looking for things that touch. Okay, and everything interacts with the earth. All right, that's pretty much it. If it's not touching, then it doesn't count, right? Like, see, the person didn't touch the door didn't touch the can, you know, the door didn't, well, I guess it might have touched the floor. Let's just pretend it didn't. Okay, right? So all of these things are interactions, all right? So that's kind of what we're looking for. And these don't have to be perfect yet. We're just kind of trying to get the idea of drawing these.